I just know my own experience. In terms of being a messenger, at first I thought it was the message of his teaching. But really, if there really is no teaching, it couldn't be that either. And at one point I realized that messenger for me, and it may be different for everybody, I think it is, but messenger for me was like Mercury. He delivered people from one place to another, right? And I feel like my function really as a messenger is to bring people to my teacher's teacher, which is Arunachala.
Huh, interesting.
Which is the silent transmission, which is consciousness itself, but also represented as this mountain, which Ramana Maharshi called the source of the silent transmission.
So you feel like that's your ultimate function?
It seems that way.
And so the truth, the complete fruition of your efforts, that only comes in the form of 21 people who end up going to that mountain once a year.
Right, something like that. But in a larger context, Arunachala is everywhere.
And certainly, people who have never gone to Arunachala are waking up. It's not a necessity that you go there.
Right. It's in India, and what Ramana Maharshi said himself is, it is the last place. I had a friend that who had been traveling in India for 18 years, living there full time right now, and he said, Ramana, it just kind of blows my mind that he says it took me 18 years of traveling all over India, and he found it by mistake, by the way. There was actually a goddess temple that he was a goddess devotee, and Tiruvannamalai was the place. It didn't have any accommodations for Westerners, so Tiruvannamalai was a place that actually could house him, because it just houses Westerners, that he could make travel to the temple. And then he saw Arunachala, and it's all over, and he says, it just blows my mind. He says that, I understand that, and as it said in the Arunachala Puranas, that Arunachala is like the last place. So he said, here I spent 18 years traveling all over the world, and you are bringing first-timers here right to the last place.
Although I've heard it's a bit of a scene there in Tiruvannamalai. There's just everybody flocking there, and there's all these wannabes and people setting up, satsangs, and I guess you have to sort of separate the wheat from the chaff a bit if you go there.
I know. I never do a public satsang in Tiruvannamalai. I work with the groups that I have behind the walls of the ashram that we stay in.
I see.
I just feel like there's too much out there that I'd rather just not get involved.
Yeah.
So is it okay if we talk about radical awakening?
Yeah, keep going. It's always okay. We keep going off on diversions, but just plunge right ahead.
Excuse me.